Guys, what's going on? It's Percy here from P4C. Welcome back to the channel, and today, as you saw in the thumbnail and in front of you and I, we have two stacks of cards coming, or have already came back from PSA from grading, so we'll go through some of them. As you can see, we've got a mixture of cards here. We've got Pokemon and One Piece and a few other pieces and pieces as well. Looks pretty good from the start. We've got getting 210s here, but there's a few cards that we were majorly disappointed, and we'll hopefully be able to find out why from this particular video. A special announcement as well, and maybe we'll talk about it in a separate video, but I am opening up an online store where we are going to be selling some of these graded cards, and along with that, that particular online store will also be selling some sealed Pokemon products, mainly in Chinese or traditional Chinese. If you guys are interested, we're just doing a bit of a soft open at the moment, haven't fully opened it, but a lot of the cards have been uploaded onto that website for sale. If you are interested, the link should be on screen right now, as well as all the description, all of the details will be in the description below. Alright, with that said, let's go through the grades and obviously do a bit of a review and let you guys know how I feel about this particular submission. Alright, the first card here needs no introduction, and we saw it already, is the pre-order. The Chinese version, traditional Chinese version, getting a Gentmin 10 here. I mean, these are pretty easy to get, to tell you the honest truth. If you buy a game, they come with the game. I think you do have to buy the pair though. I don't think you can get them just from the single purchase. So was able to get a 10 on this, and this is probably going to go into the collection again. This is these cards are that particular card is not crazily expensive. You should be able to get them pretty easily on the market. And then we're starting with the Scarlet and Violet pools that I got. So a lot of the cards I've just decided to send in for grading with a few purposes. One is to have enough stock on my online store. So we decided to open an online store, as I said in our intro. This getting a 9, the olive here, a little bit unfortunate. I mean, there is a heavy expectation getting 10s on fresh pack cards, and sometimes you really have to put the card under the microscope in terms to find out what happened there. Getting a 10 here with the Average AR here. And then another one here. So all of these will go on the online store, and then we got a 10 on the Wiglet as well. Very nice, with a few other of the Pokemons. So no problem at all. And then we got a few Dondonzo here. We've got one here, and then with the Pasagiri, and then we've got another one here and another 10. So these I have no problem about, especially if it's getting a 10. And even like this one here, the Sandal getting a 9. I mean, again, it might have been, you know, scratches here and there that we didn't see. A little bit unfortunate. One thing though, I am slightly happier, is that the 9s are not getting the scratch marks, so which was quite evident in some of the earlier returns. And then we've got a 10 King Gambit here, and in fact we've got a couple of these. We've got 1, we've got 2, and then we've got 3. So these are all the ones that I pulled myself, so pretty happy. And again, these will be up online now. Disappointment number 1 comes from this Professor Research here. Again, this card by no means is an expensive card. It just, the expectation was really high, I think, for some of these cards being straight out of the pack. And I mean, the only reason I think is a 9, and I can kind of see it. And again, the hardest thing with PSA return is knowing whether or not you did it, or whether PSA did it, and the fact that we didn't do a kind of a submission video. But I can see, like, along the line of the cards at the top and bottom, there is a little bit, you can say, uneven. I mean, I can see it pretty clearly on my angle. So I don't know if zooming in will help. But so we've got a 9 on this, unfortunately. So with a couple of these, I am thinking about cracking them open and then seeing if we can submit it to BGS to see if we can get a better grade. I'm also, as requested, some people are requesting a BGS submission guide video. So Slowpoke here getting a 10, very nice. Pachirisu here getting a 9. Again, it could be the problem with the edges there. And then we've got a Graveyard here getting a 10, very, very nice. And then the two biggest disappointment out of this particular submission, number one, is this Caddy here getting a 9. Again, I'm assuming kind of the same thing, can't really see it. And sometimes it's like this with submission. Sometimes you get really tough graders, sometimes you get really easy graders. But this is obviously the most disappointing one. So we did pull this card out of the pack ourselves. It got back a 9. I mean, I can see the edges being really rough at the bottom and the top. Now, again, I don't know if it's something that I want to crack open and submit to BGS and just try my luck. With BGS, the thing is, you know, you're basically gambling, you getting centering, surfaces, and corners 10, and then maybe the edges you get a 9, and that will push it to a Gentmean 9.5, and that's the biggest gamble with submitting resubmitting cards to BGS. So we have to think about it, because now that I'm getting the cards back, to tell the honest truth, I can really see the edges being quite not good, if that makes sense. So I really have to think about it, because the worst thing that could come is, you know, submitting into BGS and it also gets a 9 or even get grades lower, because the fact that we have to crack them open and there is a possibility to damage them during the opening the slap process. So something that we have to consider about. Anyway, and then we've got 2 of these getting Gentmean 10s here. I'll probably keep one of them myself and obviously throw one up for sale. The Japanese version of the promo there, and then some older cards. Again, these we've graded. Okay, so this card here and the next couple ones that are coming up, we've graded these cards probably about 3-4 times now. We've initially graded with PSA, and then we cost graded with BGS, and then we graded with PSA again. So again, getting I think this was a 9 all the way through, but we do have a bit of a whitening there, so this was a 9 all the way through. So is this Hitmontop here. Again, getting the 9 a little bit cleaner. Must be something that I can't see, but they can see. And then we got this Game Boy promo Dragonite. We was hoping to get a 10 on this. Unfortunately, getting the 9. And then this one here, this Dark Gyarados. Now, initially, it got graded a PSA 10, and this is where I kind of feel and know that I've got a really tough grade at grading this particular submission. So initially, this got a PSA 10, and then we cross-graded to BGS, and it got like a 9.5, and then we wanted to see if we can get it back to a 10, but unfortunately it didn't, and a few notable scratches there, so it got downgraded to a 9, unfortunately. And then the next couple one was were the Crown Zenith ETB promo here, all getting a 9 but 1, so 9, 9, and 9. So we've submitted 5 cards, and we've got 4 9s, and then 1 PSA 10 here. So all of these will again go on the store, and then we'll move into our One Piece cards. So again, I was opening quite a lot of One Piece at the very beginning, and once it got to OP03, I stopped because I didn't feel like I liked the direction where he was going, and so we graded a few of these. So that was Captain Kid there, and then we've got a King here. So on the One Piece side, we actually did really well with all of our submission. We've got Jack getting a 10. We got Shanks, just the normal secret rare here, getting a 10, but still looks pretty nice. And then we got Grab here, also getting a 10, looking very, very nice as well as a leader card. And then we got a Luffy here. This one I probably would say I might keep, just because it is, I do like Luffy, and it looks very, very nice here, getting a 10. And then we have an Ivankov here, 10s, so you can see you were just getting all the PSA, getting all the One Piece card out, and then getting a 10 on this Alternate. This looks really cool, looks amazing. I'm pretty happy with this one. And then we've got a Uta here, just again the ordinary normal secret rare. Feels a bit weird to say normal secret rare. And then we've got True Cruzan here, both the normal secret rare and getting a 10 as well. And then once again we graded the 25th anniversary from One Piece, and unfortunately didn't go as well as we would think it would. So getting a 9 here, and a 8 on the Zoro. And then got the 9 for Nami, and this is probably the worst one that I've gotten. 9 for Usopp, until we got 10 for Sanji, but then 9 for Chopper, and then we've got 10 for Robin, 10 for Frankie, and then the 9 on Brook, and then the 10 on Jinbei. So this is probably the worst one, to tell the honest truth, the worst one out of it, because we graded 2 or 3 other set. 2 other set actually came back sequential order, so that was really nice. And then we have just an odd one out here, a new Gundam from the Battle Spirit. If you guys didn't know, I love my Gundam stuff, and this was a new Gundam, was probably one of my favorite Gundams, so I decided to grade it for PC piece here. And then the last few here, we've got these were kind of just sitting in my folder, and I was like, well, I don't think I was going to sell it as a raw card, and would have been difficult to sell, so why not just grade it and see whether or not I can get up the value a little bit here. So we got the Vaporeon holo here from the City Championship. I think one of the championship here, getting an 8. I mean, that was kind of expected. I was actually hoping a 9, but getting an 8 was good enough. And then this one here, another Cities Championship here, a Charmander holo here with the swirl right there, very, very nice. This one surprisingly getting a 9. I mean, if you compare the two, I would have thought this would get an 8 and this would get a 9, but it's not the case. So very nice, getting a 9 on the Charmander. And then we have the 2003 Best of Game winner, the Dark Ivysaur here with the winner here. Again, didn't really have too much of an expectation for this card. I know the edges were a little bit off, so getting a 9 here was a bit of a win for us anyway. And then the last but not least, some interesting ones here. So these, I don't know if you guys remember, we opened some Star Wars stuff. Weiss Schwarz Star Wars stuff, and you know, everyone liked Darth Vader, right? So I decided to grade this Darth Vader card here, looking very nice with a 10. And then this is the gold stamp. Not the most expensive card in the world, but getting a Jetmin 10 here as well. So very nice. And last but not least, this was, I guess, a bit of a disappointment. Getting a 9 on this card, and again, this is a promo card, came straight out of the pack. 10th anniversary for the Dragon Ball Super Heroes card game. Thought it might have been getting a 10, but unfortunately only a 9. So overall, you know, I'll put these 3 cards here on screen, and maybe you guys should let me know in the comments, if you were me, what would you do? Because I would say at the moment, 65-70% of me will say I'm gonna crack these open and send it to BGS, and so we'll use these cards as example on how to show you guys, do a video on how to grade your cards with BGS. They're remaining, I guess, 35% or 25% or 30%, whatever it may be, is telling me don't do it, you idiot, because you may not get better grades than you did. So let us know in the comments below. With that said, you know, that's it for our PSA return for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. If you have any queries, let us know in the comment section below. And if you are also getting your PSA cards back, I hope the God of Grades be with you always.